Good evening. This is the very quick episode of National Divorce Talk Raw. We just saw an update. There's another news organization that some of us follow, which is called Redacted Live. On that show, they talked about the new Texas secession bill. And I'm going to show you exactly what they had to say because it sounds like Redacted Tonight, who has had no contact with the Calexit movement, that their first glance of the Texas bill, they came to the exact same conclusions that we in the Calexit movement have had as to why we need to Calexit. It almost looked like Redacted Tonight backed up the reasoning for Calexit and Texit. Let me show you that real quick. Here we go. All right, this is Redacted Tonight, and I'm just going to play the whole thing and let you draw your own conclusions.
All right, let's talk about Texas, shall we? In Texas, the Republican Party has an official new platform that calls for the state to secede from the United States. So this is a big one. We're going to go over it because I noticed online there's a lot of rhetoric about canning this document, and it does read like a compendium of all the things that the Republican Party says on Fox News, right? That liberals just kind of lose their mind over and, make fun of and don't otherwise consider. But I think that a document like this is important to discuss because it proves a couple of things about American culture. One is that there is this division of these subsets of people who do not feel like the federal government represents them any longer.
Would you say subset?
Right here.
People,
Watch
I
that.
don't feel like the federal government. I'm not a subset. I feel like there's a majority. I think if you think 100 million people don't vote for either party, they think that both of these parties are a joke. I don't think it's a subset anymore.
Maybe not subset, but there are at least groups
Don't
that
feel they're represented by the federal government.
pulled apart by state lines, right?
Sure.
Yes, that's not a subset, but I think it's worth taking seriously because a lot of times I think that the United States is too big for any one federal system to represent people around the world, around the country, rather, right? Because living in California is just as different. It's so different from, say, living in Texas or Alabama or any other state, right?
The federal government is too big to manage America. And the cultures and the cultural differences between California and Texas are too wide to come together. That the federal government no longer works effectively to keep this nation as a whole. And the fact that the cultures of California and Texas exemplify the vast cultural differences between us in this one United States. These are the reasons why we want to Calexit. And it was incredible that we have had no contact with these people at all. And that at their first time that they hear about Texas independence in the news recently, they start echoing the same talking points that we had at Calexit. Wanted to let you know. Independent journalists who have absolutely no contact to the Calexit movement came to the same conclusions that we reached years ago. What does that mean?